Welcome again, everybody. You're welcome to close your eyes or leave them open for this arrival practice. If you do keep them open, just lower your gaze a little bit and let your breath gradually and naturally, without any effort or pressure, just settle into your lower abdomen, breathing in through your nose. And take a moment to check in with yourself. What's arising for you this morning or evening, depending on where you are? Any thoughts that are going through your mind? Emotions, sensations in your body? Just notice what it's like to be you in this moment. No need to change or manage, control. Just relax completely. Spacious, open intelligence, awareness, the ground of being, noticing what's flowing through this basic space of your awareness. With every out breath, relax a little more. Let your shoulders and neck rest comfortably. Simply allowing all data, all thoughts, emotions, sensations to be as they are, to flow freely. And then notice that all these thoughts, emotions, sensations keep changing, arising, subsiding, one after the other, maybe quickly, maybe more tranquil, whatever it may be. Then the space in which they arise, the clarity with which you notice them is unchanging. It's always already here. That's what we relax as. We rest as the clear, alert, open intelligence, the essence of our being. Allowing the content of mind to be whatever it is as we rest in the true nature of mind. We can return to this recognition of the unmoving, always still and open intelligence again and again throughout the day, throughout the remainder of this meeting. So whenever you remember, take a moment to recognize yourself as that. You can take a couple more breaths, just noticing the air flowing in and out. And slowly coming back to the room. Open your eyes if you had them closed. Noticing that it's the same open intelligence that's present when you're deliberately practicing, sitting quietly, and when you're observing something or listening, thinking. All right. Feel free to turn on your cameras to say hello to each other. We are recording the section where we'll go through some slides together that Kati prepared for us. A couple people couldn't join. Hi, Kati. A couple people couldn't join and asked if we could record this session, so we'll do that.
Great.
Right.
Okay, I'll share the slides here. We'll start with the slide, what is open intelligence? And what is open intelligence? When we stop thinking for just a moment, what remains? There's an alertness and clarity, openness, the power to know, spacious open intelligence. And obviously we cannot stop thinking for a long period of time, and the thoughts appear again. And then we recognize the same open intelligence is equally present with the thoughts we're having and without our thoughts, having a no thought moment. And open intelligence, what's looking spacious, open like the sky. These are beautiful metaphors. And the stop thinking and the introduction is just is for the moment to recognize that there is something about us that we have overlooked just by having focused on our thoughts and emphasized what we're thinking, feeling, or what sensations we are having and describing them in all kinds of ways. So that opportunity to recognize the presence and the spaciousness and openness of our open intelligence that's always there is given in these introductions. And when we then take a short moment of open intelligence, and it becomes more and more obvious even while we are thinking and while we're speaking. So by relying on short moments of open intelligence becomes increasingly obvious. At the very moment data form, rely on powerful, spacious, open intelligence. This is a short moment of open intelligence. So data, just to say, is everything we perceive, all the thoughts, emotions, and sensations. And that's the practice of these short moments throughout our day. At night, we rely on open intelligence. And initially, we might be looking for how that feels like and how it should look. And is it spacious enough or something like that? And we can just take short moments without it having to feel a certain way or having to look a certain way. And just by ourselves immersing ourselves into the environment of open intelligence, recognition, like coming to meetups like these or reading texts like these. These are evocative texts. The open intelligence naturally becomes obvious, like an effortless way of making it obvious. So, and then we take short moments throughout, even if we don't even know if we are taking short moments or not. So by that power of simply relying on open intelligence becomes increasingly obvious, and data vanish naturally. So they self-release. They never really are anything other than energy of open intelligence. Open intelligence is dynamic energy. And increasingly, your power and energy becomes grounded in open intelligence rather than in data. So that's the shift in how we use our mind. That kind of habitual way of emphasizing and just seeing the descriptions of everything. And more it shifts in resting as open intelligence, recognizing it in a natural way within all the data. It's not that we are not seeing any thoughts, emotions, and experience, or not having them anymore. They are all there. They're the energy of open intelligence. They don't affect us in the same way anymore. So it becomes more and more obvious. And so we repeat these short moments many times and become accustomed to open intelligence being naturally present. And the short moment grows longer naturally. So we don't have to actually make it longer, hold on to anything that is open intelligence, make it somehow cultivate it. So all of that is a lot of effort. It's like an effortless way of just immersing oneself in taking these short moments and hearing about open intelligence. In one instant of open intelligence, the data streams are recognized as the natural presence of open intelligence. It's innate to us, so it's like something that is just right here. So it's looking right now. And we don't even have to have the right data in place at all. It's like, doesn't matter what we're thinking or feeling or sensing right now. Open intelligence is energy, is just whatever is right now present for us. So we have the perfect data to recognize open intelligence in a way. And it's obvious that sometimes we just don't like what we're feeling or thinking, or even is very challenging. So those times, having support in recognizing open intelligence, that's also really natural, especially in the beginnings. An instant of open intelligence clarifies countless data. So that's also powerful that we recognize open intelligence, not one data at a time. Open intelligence becomes like instinctive, and in that way it becomes obvious, and then data like self-release and are obvious as the energy of open intelligence just in an instant. And some data, the emphasis on data just slips away in that with that practice. And from the beginning, open intelligence is endowed with powerful qualities. By the single power of short moments of open intelligence, all data are outshone and qualities are naturally perfected. By seeing that open intelligence is already, like everything is already complete right here. Everything, like as we are open intelligence and nothing else, all these qualities and power that is within us is open intelligence. So all that is just already naturally present, and it just opens up with that energy that isn't so focused on the thoughts and emotions and describing them and trying to figure out what's happening. All that energy is freed up for the benefit of all. It's freed up to, yeah, to be used in a way that is useful and empowering. And data are outshone. They don't pull the same attention anymore. And that becomes more and more obvious. Maybe Jochen would like to take me here.
By the power of short moments of open intelligence repeated many times, all data are outshone in open intelligence. In potent open intelligence, our approach to life begins to alter immediately, and we start to experience increasing pleasure and harmony in all of life. Yeah, this is really beautiful in our direct experience in the moment that we do recognize our true nature, open intelligence. There is an immediate sense of relief. At least in my experience, it was like that. Um, the need to manage, to control, to try and be with all the things I tried with my thoughts and emotions, sensations to feel better, to become a better person, to be more successful, whatever it is that I was trying. All of that falls away in that moment of genuine rest. Like the introduction to open intelligence is it alters everything because we recognize that everything is not what we thought it is. So it isn't really about open intelligence specifically being, um, a tool to change, like the final ultimate tool. Sometimes it can feel like that, or we hope that it's the final ultimate tool to change what appears in open intelligence, all the data. But what really happens, and this is the approach to life begins to alter immediately. We see that none of these attempts have been necessary. All of our life, we've been trying to find ease and peace of mind, connection, harmony, calmness, clarity through changing the data. And here we recognize that we can just rest because these qualities are already innately present. In short moments, many times, open intelligence becomes obvious. Do not fall into emphasizing data. Short moments are repeated many times. Well, probably we will fall into emphasizing data. But then, whenever we remember, we just recognize again open intelligence is naturally present. It's even naturally present when we do emphasize data. It's just that it goes unnoticed, and then we don't have these like benefits in our life of recognizing open intelligence. So we repeat it again and again. This innate ability to be at ease, wise, balanced, and compassionate is discovered in open intelligence. Data are recognized to be the dynamic energy of open intelligence. Data within open intelligence can be likened to a breeze blowing through the air. The breeze and the air are inseparable. Both are air. When a breeze blows, it is the dynamic energy of air. When data stir, they are the dynamic energy of open intelligence. And this inseparability, it's difficult to wrap our head around it. And we don't really have to. The the metaphors are wonderful because they give us an instinctive sense of this inseparability. We don't need to to stay in that metaphor, we don't need to get rid of the breeze to get to the air. The breeze is just the moving part or aspect of the air. And so, in the same way with open intelligence, all the data are just the dynamic energy, the movement aspect of open intelligence. They're not even two things. We call them data and open intelligence as if they were two things, but they're in reality two aspects of our fundamental reality. Do you want to continue here, Kati?
By the power of short moments, you will come to see that every thought you have, every emotion you have, every sensation you have, and every experience you have has as its essence complete peace. So the separability, it's beautiful to just read that and know that that's our essence, with our peaceful, open, spacious nature, that we don't need to really fix ourselves to recognize it, that it's right here. It and becomes more and more obvious by the confidence we gain that open intelligence is right here. And the shift from the emotions and thoughts that are often opposing peaceful qualities. They often feel very like anxiety, and it feels like speedy, it feels uncomfortable and scary. So all of these kinds of descriptions have dominated what we've focused on. So the peaceful nature of our essence becomes more and more obvious, inseparable from all these descriptions that don't feel they have any power anymore. We recognize the dynamic energy of open intelligence, having no independent nature, having not a power in and of itself. So only in letting data be as they are, open intelligence is outshining of data, and open intelligence, is it possible to instinctively recognize that data are inseparable from stable open intelligence. So we let data, we let our thoughts, emotions, and experiences be as they are, dynamic energy of open intelligence. And that we do just by one short moment at a time, not trying to hold it or try to do anything really. It's it becomes more and more natural just by practicing short moments. And stable open intelligence, I like that term too, because open intelligence is indestructible, stable. It cannot be like harmed in any way. So this is the powerful and beneficial intelligence of open intelligence, that is our natural state right here. Yeah, I think we'll pause with this one here. So we have time for questions and shares and
I'll pause the recording here, Kati. Is that
oh
good?
yeah, right.